We got a few traps. We got them playing a little east-west. And this is a team that has really good quickness. They've got guys that can put it on, multiple guys that can put it on the floor, and multiple guys that can make threes. So if you give them the opportunity to have the space that allows them to do that, then they're going to make 12 to 15 threes on you. So I thought the press, we gave up a couple buckets, but I thought it took their aggressiveness away a little bit, and it enabled us to get our defense back. We were going back zone, and be able to keep their three-point shooters in front of us. At least we knew where they were and could contest. When they did drive it, I thought we moved our feet fairly well. We didn't foul a ton, because that's what happens too. A lot of times you start fouling them. They're a really good foul shooting team.
It's taken Nicholas a little while to get back in the groove after his injury, but he seemed to be pretty good in every phase of the game too.
Yeah, he very reminiscent of when we played them here 2 years ago. He was really the reason we won that game. That was a very close game. So when he's playing like that, we're a different team, and we need that kind of veteran leadership out on the floor. And he's been like that, in particular in practice as well. I've been really impressed. You lose a few, you get a little sideways, especially when you have a young team, and you need those veteran guys to step up and do what they do, and then back it up with their performance. And that's what he did.
Was this the best defensively you've been all year, you think?
I think it was the best collective effort. We've been pretty good defensively in some other games. We just really haven't put it together until today. This is a team that's really impressed me. I watched every game that they've played. The win over Wake Forest. Wake Forest played them really hard, and they won that game. The Colorado game, they could have won that game. That was a terrific, hard-fought. At Wyoming, we saw Wyoming down in the Caymans, and they played them really, really tough. I thought they had Minnesota the other night, as we all know, a very difficult place to play on the road. So this team is believing in themselves, and I think for us to be able to play the way we did, certainly a big step for us, but anything short of that, and have a hard time beating this team.
Jordan and Tyler talked about having fun today. Is that an important part of?
I think it's a very important part. Not only during the game, but after the game, they're having fun in the locker room. You want that for your guys to put a game plan together, execute the game plan, and feel good about yourself, feel good about your teammates, and then celebrate a little bit. We don't have a lot of time to play Tuesday, but that's the nature of college basketball, and I'm thrilled for those guys.
Jordan talked about he was feeling earlier in the year, feeling pressure, trying to fill the void of Pete and doing maybe too much, and was feeling the pressure. How have you talked to him about that, and how's he gotten over that hump, do you think?
I be honest with you, I haven't talked to him about it. I didn't think that was an issue. I just encourage him to be who he is. You're not Pete. Just do what you do. I trust you, and your teammates trust you. I think some of his struggles early on, and he hasn't had many. I think he's played really well, but he's banged up, and he's starting to get healthy, and I think you're seeing the result of that.
Does this game kind of give you a little bit of a blueprint on how to handle quicker teams, a little smaller teams with your bigger line?
Well, it can, but a lot of times if you stay in a zone for too long, teams can bust it open with threes. So that was the important thing. I didn't think we'd be able to sustain, because we played it about 30 minutes of the game, I think. And I haven't broken it down completely, but probably right around 30 minutes of the game we were in zone. I didn't think we'd be able to do that against this team. I'd watched the teams try to zone them with marginal success, but they really move the ball well, and they shoot it well. And they drive the gaps and create, and they go in and out. They're crafty players. But again, I thought we really did a good job there.
Bear has kind of an organic energy about him. He always played hard, and that's what kind of got him on the floor. But now he also just some of the performances here 2 years ago and then also today. How important and instrumental is it for your team to have him doing what he does, especially at the front of your press?
He was a difference in our team completely today. There's no question about it. I thought that, and I thought Pemsel, you know, he was iffy up until a shoot around this morning. He's like, I don't know if I can go. It's a little sore. I want to get it banged again. And I thought he was terrific, absolutely terrific in both halves. Cook did what he's supposed to do, you know, against a smaller team. So, you know, it's that kind of thing. You look at Cook, Garza, Pemsel, Mayer, Bohannon. I mean, all those guys, I think, recognized that we have to play differently than we've been playing. Okay, we have to play better. We have to be more consistent. Yeah, we're still going to make some mistakes, and we did. Some of them were crazy, frustrating, but fewer than before, and we need even fewer. I think, you know, it was a big step for us today.
How tough is Cordell Pemsel to play through what he's been dealing with?
Well, I you know, it's funny because Wednesday he looked like he could play at all, and he was working out with our trainer, and then yesterday I thought he practiced really well, but a lot of times you wake up the next morning and okay, I practiced really well and I can't go, but he said he could go, and I called his number and he came through for us, and I think he's really happy about that he pushed himself and performed the way he's capable.